Oh boy, I haven't had a haul I've been this excited about in a long time, guys. I have more non-comics than comics. That's how crazy this is. Lots of original art and that type of thing, but also some comics. So it is hot as fuck right now. And because of that, my wife has again left me to go hang out with her in-laws in their nice, cool beachfront property there with our kids. It was a pretty nice little break the first time. A little sadder now. But I'm dealing. I got to go to work and everything, so I got to stick around. Going to be going up tomorrow. But yeah, so gives me some time to be doing stuff like hunting and hauling and hustling and all that good stuff. So let's get to it. This is from Shaun Riaz. So he's a YouTuber. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, which is like a little island down in the Caribbean. And he's a kick-ass artist. And he's got this dream that he really wants to go to art school. So he has sort of a crowdfunding type thing where you can support him by just offering a donation and he'll give you art and stuff. So some of it's stuff he's already done, but he also does requests and custom art and things like that. So super, super nice guy, friendly guy. And, you know, he's from a country where it's just the economic standing isn't the same. So to go to art school in the States is pretty tough. So I'm going to leave the link at the bottom. Highly recommend you support him. Because, you know, he's got a dream, he wants to do it, and he's a great artist. And, you know, it's so fun to be able to pick whatever you want, and he'll, like, customize it and make it. So this is the first one that I asked for. This is Dark Leo from sort of the current Ninja Turtles run. Just badass costume. I really like this design of him. I think Mateus Santaluca, who I have that original art from, he designed this one. I think it's all done with pencil crayons on this one. I'm not an expert. Yeah, so this one is definitely going to go in a frame or something like that and up on my wall. Dark Leo, gotta love it. This is Peter Porker, the amazing Spider Ham, with some other anthropomorphic villains. You got the cat Dr. Octopus and the hawk Green Goblin, so really sweet. Lots of detail, beautiful colors. I really like how the coloring and everything turned out, especially on Spider-Man there. Spider-Ham, sorry. Really great. Love this as well. This is going to be an anniversary gift for my wife. I asked her if she could have like a picture of anything she wanted, what would she want? And she said, I would like a picture of a mermaid riding a narwhal. And I said, that's ridiculous. She was making fun of me. Little did she know I was actually having it commissioned. So I'm excited to give this to her on our anniversary there. It's coming up. All right, and my son, I got the Chibi Daredevil picture on his wall from Daredevil #1. So this goes really well with that. It's going to go on his wall because he's a mental case and has no fear. So sort of fits his personality quite a bit. Also really sweet. So thanks so much for those. Now this is a bonus he threw in here. This was just the thanks for support Chibi Batman. So I really like this as well. This one kind of came on top to protect the rest. And this one is done with the Coptic markers, I guess. Deadpool and Harley Quinn both sort of kissing / murdering each other. I really like how the detail on the hyenas came out in the back as well. Look really, really great. The expressions on their face are awesome as well. And I like the personality of each of the bombs there too. So beautiful picture. It sort of was a take on like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I may have seen this somewhere else. I can't remember, and that maybe filtered into my head, and that's what I wanted. But yeah, it turned out really, really awesome. So stoked on this one as well. So great investment opportunity too, guys, because you know Shaun Riaz is going places. So get in on the ground floor here because you're going to be happy you did. And I got this. I love the Batman, the animated series as a kid. And this is Two-Face from that series. This is one of the ones he had pre-made done. So he did a whole series from that show with pastels. So it looks really, really great. Yeah, Shaun is really great with the shading and the coloring and everything. It comes out so well. So I love this one because this character, it's classic Batman. Like it looks, he's got that just out of this world ridiculous sort of character design, but it still works. And with the personality of the character, just sort of, it fits within that series. Even though that series is slightly more grounded, I love the design and it works out so well. So that is all my artwork from Shaun. Thank you so much, Shaun. Really, really awesome. Took forever to get here because postage from Trinidad and Tobago to US takes a while, I guess. But guys, check out his his site here. I'm going to link it to you. He's on Twitter as well. Get talking to him because he'll do whatever you want, man. He's that good. So check it out. All right, let's get into some comics here real quick. Star Wars hype. I'm actually almost allowing myself to get excited about the Star Wars movies coming up. The prequels really burned me bad, and it really turned me off Star Wars for a while. But I was on the boat fishing there, and we watched all the original Star Wars because we had them on like a drive, and just every couple nights we'd watch one. So it kind of got me back into the love, and I'm liking the trailers and how it's looking so far. So sort of allowing myself to build up hope and excitement for Star Wars again. But so in the trailer, if you guys have seen, this is hardcore speculation. This guy,
the dark side.
The theory is that he may be Darth Plagueis. Now, Darth Plagueis was the Emperor's master, who was the first one to sort of master this art of bringing people back from the dead, kind of like Darth Vader with the machines and things like that. So he was apparently killed by the Emperor, as is told in the story. But Darth Plagueis, because he's mastered overcoming the death and stuff, some people theorize that that's who the villain is going to be in the new movie. It's totally quite possible that it won't. It's a new character, whatever. This is just a mini-series, so Star Wars, Tag, and Blink. I guess it's like a sort of a joke take. And so this number 2 is the first appearance of Darth Plagueis in comics, according to my research. So I looked pretty hard. I couldn't find too many sources that said it, but it looked like this is it. So I grabbed these for like super cheap, 99 cents. Total speculation, but if not, I'm looking forward to, I like these sort of satirical takes on things like Star Wars. So this is one of the Dark Horse books. I think it'll be good. Random Spider-Man books here. I got these in that lot with the Star Wars books because I wanted to take advantage of the sort of the combined shipping, and it was going to be a good deal. It didn't really end up being that good of a deal. I don't like how these guys do combined shipping. Like, it's not... Because I ship comics out. I know what I can ship for and for what price. There's like a flat rate envelope. You can ship like up to 8 books or something for $5, $6, something like that. So for me, it annoys me when they're like, well, it's only $1 more or 50 cents more an issue. Well, screw you, man. Just throw it all in one package and ship it for that cost. But Amazing Spider-Man 256... 264, really cool cover. I think those are both double, so if you're interested in trading, it's fine. And 265, this is the main reason I got it. This is the first appearance of Silver Sable. This is a nice high-grade book, probably a fine, very fine. So I have this. I can't remember the grade I have, the one I have already. So I'll just see which one's better and keep that. This one, boom. Just out of the blue, you guys didn't see that coming. Amazing Spider-Man 238. First appearance of Hobgoblin. This came from Vin Crew 12,000. So I traded my All-Star Batman and Robin number 10, the one with the swearing in it. There's like a 1 in 50 Frank Quitely variant. I traded him that for this. So this is probably a fine. It's pretty nice overall, except the spine's a little rough. There's a bit of a roll and some ticks. But actually, I haven't even opened up to look in it. He told me the tattoos were there, so that's good, because then I can put them on my arm and just look like a badass. So excited to do that as well. But yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 238. This is one of these ones that's kind of been eluding me. I never really want to spend $50 on it randomly, which is about what it's worth. So really nice that it worked out in a trade like that. So good. And this is Static number 1, which is the first appearance of Static, or I think he was called Static X later on. This I got for 99 cents plus like $5 shipping, so it's kind of hard to bitch, but he claimed it was near mint, and he did a really crappy job shipping it. Like, he put it with a board that was about that wide along the book, and I don't know, like, you can see there's a mark down here, and the corners were kind of, these bags, they're this nice blue stuff, but the blue scratches off, so it's a bit scratched off on there. So it was one of those things I just grabbed because it was so cheap on eBay, and I kind of wanted it. I've seen these in the stores for like 15 bucks a piece, so worth grabbing, but annoying because I wanted a near mint one, and it's probably like a fine, very fine. All right, guys, are you ready? This is going to blow your mind. If you got me on Twitter, you've already seen a little bit of this, but this is huge for me. Like, Huge. So, like I said, my wife went to her parents' house and I took her there on the ferry. So I got a chance to go into Vancouver and had some time after I dropped her off at the ferry there. So I went down. There's a shop down in Vancouver that I don't go to that much, but I've been there before. So it's one of these stores where it's just loaded with shit. There's like shit everywhere, all over the walls. Different art from the conventions that come and stuff, signed by different people. A lot of great, great stuff. Toys, comics. The comics are really disorganized. Not, yeah, they are disorganized. So they got like short boxes stacked 5 high with random names and books on them, and you can't even get to the bottom stack. So you know there's like good stuff all in there. If you had the day to just go through them, pick through all the stuff, and find all these great gems, I'm sure that are just hidden in there, it would be well worth it. But I haven't had that much time. So in a random sort of, it was way up on the ceiling on the wall, like right near the roof, probably 20 feet up kind of thing. I see these panels. I see these panels way up on the wall. And I'm like, that's Harley Quinn. And then I'm asking the guy, what series is this from? And the store's called Big Pete's. And this guy was a pretty big guy. So I just put two and two together, assumed this was Pete. But he's like, oh, it's not, I don't know. I said, aren't you Pete? Oh, no, no. Pete's out of town. He's at whatever con this weekend. I'm like, okay. But I look at her costume here. And I'm like, that's her classic costume, which is from the first series. So I'm pretty sure these are from the series. So I look at them and they just look awesome to me. The price was incredible. So there was like 4 of them. And I took this one and this one as well. So Mike Huddleston is on art for this series. This is from issue 26 and issue 34. This one here's issue 26, page 3. Picked these ones because they kind of had some funny moments in them, which I thought suited her character before. The other ones were okay, but didn't have any jokes or anything. So I was like, okay, well, I like the more lighthearted side of Harley, so I'd go for that. But just beautiful, beautiful. I love the shading of it and all. What's really cool about these is this series came out in 2003, I think. But they weren't going digital yet, so they have the lettering on there already, so you can read what the text is and everything. So they actually, like, you can see where somebody had printed it or cut it out. I don't know if they wrote it. Like, I assume they printed it on a computer, picked their font and did it that way, and then print it and cut it and pasted it on top. It doesn't look handwritten to me, but so cool. So I got these 2. I tried to negotiate with them, but they weren't. They're like, well, I don't know. Because I probably would have got all 4 of them if I could have negotiated a bit better, but they weren't sure if they wanted to negotiate. They didn't really know what the price was or how good it was or bad. So I got them to throw in all my dollar books that I had. I picked out like 10 or a dozen dollar books. So that's a good tip, guys. If you're ever looking to negotiate or whatever, those dollar books aren't worth much to these stores. They're like out there in those bins because they haven't been able to move them. There's some problem with them. So if you can't get them to negotiate on a price for something, ask if they'll just throw in the dollar books for free because they'll often do that. But yeah, so super stoked on these panels, guys. My collecting's going to the next level. It's crazy. Really nervous about my wallet and how I'm going to continue. So I don't know. What I might do is put one of these online to try to pay for the other one type thing. I wouldn't be surprised if I get the same amount. But it's hard because, one, I don't have a ton of space to put all these, especially with my Shaun Riaz art and stuff now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just enjoying them for now. I'm definitely not even thinking about putting them up right away, but just beautiful, beautiful work. Classic series, her first run. Just the historical significance considering where that character's gone and stuff. Got the classic costume from the Batman animated series, which I loved. So super excited. Let's just give you a closer view here. So in this, Harley's sort of been taken captive. She's using her psychologist skills to try to trick this guy into letting her go or whatever. And if you're reading the bubbles there, it clearly doesn't work. Classic wants to make her suffer rather than just kill her. Also had the next page from this one, which was her sort of lying in the bathtub contemplating how she's going to get away. It was a really sort of wide, simple panels, It was okay, but it didn't have like a joke on it, but it had like a rubber ducky floating up, which was kind of funny. But yeah, so like this one better. So when this Harley has a kid, she's trying to leave with a nefarious source that she trusts. Spit flying off his mouth there. They got her washing dishes. Sort of in over her head. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Super, super stoked to have these. Part of me regrets not getting all of them at that price, but I gotta pay for the college fund and pay for food and all that every once in a while. So I can't just buy whatever I want all the time. But we'll see. Down the line, I'll probably find these for thousands of dollars and really regret it. All right, but that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you later.